So here's a crazy suggestion. What if the church became the new go-to source for singles looking to find a date, instead of going to an app? For the Colson Center, I'm John Stonestreet. This is BreakPoint. Years ago, would-be couples would meet at a dance, at a church potluck, maybe around a friend's dinner table. You go back even further to the time of a dramatic gender imbalance in Roman society because of selective infanticide, and many young men found their spouses in the Christian communities that had rescued the girls. Well, today, many singles, including Christian singles, are forced to search for relationships online, scouring profiles and dating apps, debating whether or not to swipe right, swipe left, or just give up. Dating apps in particular have reconditioned how singles think about dating and relationships. Long gone are the times when a single young man would walk into a community, notice a young lady, and be forced to overcome his nerves in order to take a risk and ask her out. Things are different these days. On one hand, of course, many dating apps have taken that first impression beyond appearances to other important relational factors like interest, hobbies, shared views on essential issues. On the other hand, apps enable relationships to be even further isolated and disconnected from other people, from real community, and that's often not healthy. It may also be that apps are increasingly a way of living another aspect of our lives disembodied. Recent studies reveal that many young people are what's called explore-a-dating, interacting with someone from a different country, different background, different faith, ditching the very important leading indicators of long-term relational stability in order to just explore. Some are now what's called hesitating. That's a term coined by an online dating site called Plenty of Fish to describe mostly single females who are struggling to choose whether to date seriously or casually because of how uncertain life feels. Tonight, in fact, on Valentines Day, many young people will choose to celebrate Gal-entines Day or Pal-entines Day instead of Valentine's Day. That's just an indication of how difficult it is for so many to find a date or to commit. And of course, there's the uglier side of dating apps, a world of sexting, secret connections, ghosting, and targeting, easy hookups, and so on. Online anonymity can lead singles to go farther than they ever wanted to go, stay longer than they intended, and probably pay more than they were hoping. Even though they're a mixed bag, dating apps have diversified and in many ways improved. Many young people have found love online and have entered long-term committed relationships that have culminated in marriages. In one sense, apps now are filling a significant relational gap that is only widened in our fast-changing culture. Some suggest that given how difficult it is to even date these days, apps have changed things in positive ways. Helen Fisher, an anthropologist who studied dating trends for over 40 years now and serves as an advisor to one of the largest dating apps, believes that these opportunities create historic turnarounds with singles. They're looking for committed relationships. So what if in this brave new world of dating, the church has a role, maybe the most important role to play in creating context for deep relational connections, even romantic ones? What if the current relationship dearth being filled by so many apps could instead be filled by Christian matchmaking communities instead? Well, since it's Valentine's Day, maybe it's worth reflecting on the namesake of the day. Valentinus of Rome was a 3rd century martyr. And though the specifics around his life are somewhat cloudy, the most widely accepted version of his martyrdom is that he ran afoul of Emperor Claudius II for encouraging romantic love and marriage in his community. You see, Claudius believed that Roman men were unwilling to join the army because of their strong attachment to wives and families, and so he banned marriage altogether. Valentinus believed that marriage was an essential part of human life, or as we like to say around the Colson Center, like gravity. So he reportedly married couples in secret despite that edict from Rome. He was caught and executed for his deeds. Well, today, for the church to follow Valentinus' example by creating context for singles to meet within a larger, healthy community and to encourage marriage, well, that's to offer something to the world that it needs but doesn't have. To celebrate marriage, not just in word, but also in deed, is to declare that committed romantic relationships are possible and even good. To place those relationships, as the Christian worldview does, in the larger context of our God-given identity as image bearers and male and female, and our purpose, well, that's to point young people to love for the good of others, as opposed to calling mere self-expression love. As C.S. Lewis outlined in The Four Loves, a Christian view of passionate love, that's eros, Well, that differs greatly from mere sentimentality or sexual desire. When rightly ordered, eros causes us to, quote, toss personal happiness aside as a triviality and plant the interest of another in the center of our being. Good heavens, where else will young adults hear that definition of love? Look, the church has so much to offer a lonely world, not only on Valentine's Day, but the rest of the year as well. The church, of course, is to be a people that cultivates a community together. It might be we should become a people a bit more intentional about cultivating marriages too. For the Colson Center, I'm John Stonestreet with BreakPoint.